This article is from The Guardian. I believe it's from 2015. Fashion meets Catholicism. Offensive or brilliant PR? Met's exhibition includes about 50 papal robes in items by top designers. It's written by Morena Fierro in April of 2018. I'm going to read the whole thing here. Next month sees the opening of the Met's highly anticipated exhibition, Heavenly Bodies, Fashion in the Catholic Imagination. The exhibition is the Met's largest show to date, but also, given the theme, could prove controversial. Famously preceded by a celebrity-studded red carpet gala of the same theme and hosted by U.S. Vogue editor Anna Wintour, it is a highlight of New York's social calendar, but precisely how it will explore the relationship between fashion and religion has become a hot topic. It has the potential to offend some Catholics, and there is likely a worry that it might seem frivolous to combine fashion with Catholicism, says Luke Coppin, editor of the Catholic Herald, but it is worth taking the risk by giving a window into its past and showing how culturally prominent it can be. The exhibition will feature 50 or so papal robes and accessories borrowed from the Vatican alongside key pieces from designers such as Chanel, Balenciaga, and Dolce & Gabbana. A dialogue with the Vatican over how the exhibition would look began in 2015, with curators consulting representatives from several Catholic groups. Pope Francis has neither endorsed the show nor officially approved of the theme. Officially. Although Cardinal Ravasi, president of the Pontifical Council for Culture and Cardinal for the Catholic Church, has approved the theme. Ravasi declined to be interviewed, but in a statement to The Guardian said, liturgical vestments are a veritable mirror of the historical phases of the Catholic Church, suggesting the show will demonstrate just how much the Church has progressed under Pope Francis. The exhibition is being viewed as a rather brilliant piece of PR for a faith which historically has demonstrated its power throughout opulent vestments. Under Francis, the Vatican has sought to put a more humble face forward. The timing is fundamental, agrees Ian Higonet, professor of art history of Barnard College of Columbia University, who is hosting a series of talks at the Met titled Art, Clothing in the Catholic Imagination. Pope Francis has made opulent liturgical vestments history, she says. His sartorial humility now means this is the moment to do it. When you look at the fabulously ornate ecclesiastical garments, one is confronted with the financial power of the Catholic Church and the intentionally visible wealth worn by Catholic prelates. At the very spiritual end of the Catholic spectrum, there has now been a renunciation of wealth. Higonet thinks the connection is clear. The impulse to clothe the body in a spectacular way that continues to conceal the human body is a very powerful part of the Catholic imagination. She says it is an impulse that is at the very heart of high fashion. Many of the designers featured in the exhibition were raised Catholic, including Elsa Schiaparelli, Riccardo Tisci, and Jean Lanvin. Religion was always going to aesthetically inform their work, says Coppin. Spanish designer Cristobal Balenciaga was raised Catholic and designed the cassock worn by the priest who delivered Christian Dior's eulogy. The exhibition also features a Chanel wedding gown inspired by a communion dress and a Dolce & Gabbana mosaic price for the AW13 collection. To counter any potential fray, garments provided by the Vatican will be shown separately to the rest of the clothes. The last time this many Vatican pieces were shown in the U.S. was 35 years ago. When you consider the relationship between the carnal and the spiritual, the mortal body and the garments around it, you think Balenciaga, says Higgins. He understood how you express the human body and how you produce a surrounding for it. The body is mortal, but what surrounds it is not. In many ways, she says the Spanish fashion house is the three-dimensional embodiment of the Catholic aesthetic. I'm going to let that sink in for a second. As to how this will manifest itself on the red carpet is up for debate, and the gala provides a slightly different context. Often dubbed the Oscars of the East Coast, it is sponsored by Versace, a label which has long integrated Catholic iconography into its work. The opening night party for the Costume Institute's exhibition will see the famous and powerful interpret this theme at the Boy Arts Palace. Rihanna is co chairing the event with Amal Clooney and Anna Wintour. There has always been extreme polarization between the awesome investments and the monastic sublime, says Higgins. The tension then will be between this extravagance and humility. She thinks celebrities will look to the three corners of the Catholic imagination for inspiration. What? So I'm thinking a lot of opulent and crested magnificence, a lot of austere, bold shapes, and a lot of angel gear. Other designers likely to appear on the red carpet include Japanese designers Rei Kawakubo, I don't know how to pronounce that correctly, whose work was the theme of last year's exhibition, and Yohei Yamamoto, famous for the collaboration with David Bowie, whose approach to silhouette also adheres to the theme. Historically, male guests at the gala tend towards regulation black tie. Pope Francis curiously won Esquire's Best Dressed Man in 2013 for black shoes and unadorned simplistic regalia. Both Higgins and Coppin think they may well look to Jude Law's character in HBO's The Young Pope, a glorious celebration of papal finery, but which paved the way for putting Pope Francis back into the pop culture world and laid the ground for exhibitions, said Coppin. Higgins adds, I anticipate some marvelous use of cassock like forms and some very beautiful silks. Higgins thinks the marriage between celebrities and fashion houses is crucial to the exhibition's success at creating a hinge between Costume Institute and contemporary fashion. Still, the red carpet interpretation remains anyone's guess. The outfits for the gala will probably be as tied to the latest fashion trends as they are to anything within the Catholic imagination. Again, this is from The Guardian, and thank you for listening.